Just trying to survive and learn to love along the way. By Foreplay on AO3. Episode 120, Chapter 120 of Asphalt and Daggers. Eijirou wakes up as he's being dragged. His thin sleep clothes doing absolutely nothing to protect him from the chill of the night or the asphalt scraping his skin. He tends to run cold, but normally Eijirou relies on the heat of blankets, Katsuki's sweater, and sometimes Katsuki himself for comfort. His shirt rides up as they continue to drag him, and Eijirou contemplates activating his quirk to protect himself, but he has nothing left. He's given everything earlier, back when he and Todoroki held up the roof. The concrete was heavy, and Eijirou had shifted into Unbreakable to hold it steady. Unfortunately, that form uses a lot of stamina. He's already been tired from the day of studying, and his stamina has decreased from the lack of exercise, so he has very little strength left for his quirk. Eijirou needs to save it, just in case. He's not sure how far or for how long they've been dragging him, so he squints open his eyes to take a peek. Everything is red. Eijirou really should have clued in by the heat and the smell, but the sight of fire is what really cues him in. His eyes snap shut just as quickly. Eijirou has been a victim of fire far too many times already, so he'll like to sit this one out if he can. Their stop is abrupt, so Eijirou can't even brace himself when his legs are being dropped and go crashing to the ground. He does his best not to resist as he flipped onto his stomach so the villains can tie his hands behind his back. He isn't too worried anyways. Eijirou knows he's not alone. He wasn't the only one caught in the explosion, and he knows his friends wouldn't abandon him like that. Despite wanting to know what's going on, Eijirou waits a few minutes before carefully opening his eyes again. Things might work out better for him if the villains think he's still unconscious, so he doesn't really want to be caught. In the time it takes for his eyes to focus, Eijirou takes in his surroundings. His head had been, thankfully, tipped to the side when they flipped him to his stomach, so Eijirou doesn't have to worry about moving much to take in his surroundings. As he thought, he's not alone. The villain had nearly dropped him on Katsuki. Now they lay face to face. Katsuki's eyes stare into his own. While he's relieved to see his boyfriend is okay, that's one downfall to their proximity. He can't see beyond him. Eijirou's whole field of vision is taken up by Katsuki. There's a vague shape behind him that looks to be Aizawa-sensei, but he can't see Izuku or Mirako, or Uraraka and Yaoyorozu. Where are the others? A villain speaks up from right behind Eijirou. I swear it was just these 5. So 2 of them must have gotten away. That's good. Whoever it is can grab help. Shit. You sure none of these are that Janus kid? Eijirou nearly sighs in relief. Izuku won't hesitate to help them, and will probably enlist the others as he does so. Does his hair look fucking green to you? A boot nudges his ribs, then roughly shoves Eijirou to his back again. The shock of it keeps his eyes open, and Eijirou accidentally makes eye contact with the villain. The man simply frowns and moves on, giving Katsuki the same treatment. This kid looks nothing like the fucking pictures. Katsuki blares his teeth at the villain, but he just rolls his eyes and turns away. Then that guy is old as fuck, and the others are girls. The villain gestures to the side of Katsuki. From the new angle, he could barely make out Aizawa-sensei, and he looks pissed. Eijirou would not want to be on the receiving end of that glare. What do you want with the shitty nerd? Katsuki sounds about as pissed as their teacher looks. Weren't you there last time, dumbass? His quirk, obviously. Were you there? Nothing fucking worked. His boyfriend sounded almost pleased as he informed the villains. That was then, this is now. How are you gonna steal a quirk when the guy who could do it is still in jail? Eijirou surprises himself by speaking up. Aizawa-sensei looks done with the 2 of them. True, it might be better to stay quiet, but they could also learn something really important here. The villains who's done all the talking crouch down, hovering right over Eijirou and Katsuki. All of All for One's quirks? They belong to Shigaraki now, and he's far more stronger than that old man ever was. He'll be able to take one for all with no problem. All we need is Janus. The man's wide grin revealed several missing teeth. The nerd is long gone by now, probably across town surrounded by heroes. Despite Eijirou's earlier thoughts, he hopes that Katsuki is right. Except, he knows that he isn't. Huh, I don't think so. A dry, grating voice speaks from above the villain. The man hastily moves to the side and stands, revealing Shigaraki. And what makes you so fucking sure? The man reaches up at Katsuki's question and pulls away the hand that hides his face. He grins, further cracking his dry lips. Oh, sweet dynamite. It's because we have some good old-fashioned bait. Shigaraki takes his underling's previous vacated spot and puts his hand over Katsuki's chest, with his pinky finger making direct contact. We have his childhood friend. His ring finger descends. One of his loving fathers, middle finger. His newly acquired brother, Shigaraki's index finger makes contact. And two innocent girls. His thumb activates his quirk. It takes less than a second for his quirk to ruin Katsuki's shirt. Then his boyfriend is crying out of pain. It's a brief sound that stops when Shigaraki removes his hand, but Eijirou can see the damage from where he lays. The villain had let his hand rest there long enough for too many layers of skin to crumble away, leaving what looks like exposed muscle. One more touch looks like it could kill him. Shigaraki keeps his hand nearby, hovering less than a foot over the wound. Eijirou has to do something. There's not much he could do with his hands bound like this. His quirk could get him out of the rope, but he doesn't want to test if he could hold up to Shigaraki's quirk or not. But he's close. The man had squatted right by their heads, so his legs hover by Eijirou, completely unprotected. Eijirou makes the couple of inches that separates them, and sinks his teeth into Shigaraki's ankle. The reaction is immediate. Shigaraki howls in pain, shaking his leg to try and dislodge him. But Eijirou's teeth are strong, so he just sinks them in deeper. There's a gap of space where he could see Katsuki, and his boyfriend is watching with wide eyes. Shigaraki's hand no longer hovers over near his chest, so Eijirou focuses on clenching his jaw tighter, and ignores the warm blood that pours into his mouth. Get him off! Shigaraki's reaction would be hilarious, if it weren't for the situation. A few pairs of hands grab at his arms and pull, but that only manages to sink Kirishima's teeth in more, so they stop pretty quickly. But then, a hand wraps around Eijirou's jaw and squeezes. I'm scared. 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 Did I mention I'm scared? Oh my God. Okay. So, So Shigaraki has the quirk. I mean, I should have seen that one coming. Okay, okay, well, Bakugou's hurt. That's better than what happens in My Hero Academia main, you know, the impaling. As for, the whole Kirishima thing, I really hope that the person that squeezed his, jaw was not Shigaraki and someone else instead. Let's see. Chapter 121 of Pressure and Knives. Eijirou is successful in diverging the villain's attention, but the victory is short-lived when they all turn on him. I'm scared. This chapter has depiction of blood and violence. People almost die. Fuck you! Foreplay? I hate you. Look, your writing is good, your story is good, but you are stressing me the fuck out. I want this to be happy, hee hee ha ha. Why are you doing this to me? Why? Okay, we're gonna go straight into it. I'm not gonna talk much more because I know you guys are probably, those who are watching this once, all the chapters are out, or at least the next chapter is out, is gonna want to go straight to that. So, as always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds, have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.